If you're new to lifting, the supplement world can feel overwhelming. Everyone's selling something. Fat burners, testosterone boosters, muscle builders, powders with 45 different ingredients that you've never heard of. So in this video, I'm cutting through the noise and I'm giving you just 5 supplements I'd recommend for beginners. Whether your goal is building muscle, recovering faster, or just showing up and feeling better. A quick disclaimer before I get started, supplements do not work if you refuse to do the work. They won't fix a bad diet, or lazy workouts, or poor sleep. But once those are in check, this is where I'd start. Supplements I'd recommend for a beginner. Number 1, creatine monohydrate. Hands down the most researched supplement out there. Increases strength, endurance, recovery. There's even cognitive benefits. Just 5 grams per day, every day. There's no need to cycle it, no need for the fancy versions. Basic creatine monohydrate works perfectly. Supplements I'd recommend for a beginner. Number 2, protein powder. Hitting your daily protein intake is essential to building muscle. And sometimes food alone just doesn't cut it. And that's where a good protein powder comes in. Usually I reach for a protein isolate like this one. Protein isolates are fast digesting, low lactose, and great post-workout because they're really light on the stomach. But there are times that I reach for a whey protein blend, like this one. A whey blend is usually a mix of an isolate protein and a concentrate. Sometimes there is casein in there as well, but you don't need to worry about that right now. Whey blends are usually a little more cost-effective, solid for daily use. Isolates are too though, and the flavors you get are usually a little thicker, which just adds to the experience of the protein. But honestly, you don't need to overthink it. One that sits with your stomach well and helps you hit your protein target. Number 3 of supplements I'd recommend for a beginner, good multivitamin. The best way to think about a multivitamin is an insurance policy for your nutrition. It helps cover those small gaps in your diet, like B vitamins for energy, zinc for immunity, and magnesium for recovery. You don't need to go overboard with something like this. Again, just find one that's tested and high quality, transparent with the doses, and ideally take it with food for better absorption. I've personally been using UXO's Daily Essentials multivitamin for a couple years now actually. Again, high quality and tested, fully transparent label so I know exactly what's in the bottle and how much of each ingredient. And I personally enjoy the inclusion of prebiotics and postbiotics in here to give me a little more gut health benefits and just absorption benefits. I'll have this linked and the rest of the supplements I'm talking about today in the captions below. And let me know right now, what's your biggest question when it comes to fitness or nutrition? Drop a comment, I'm happy to answer that for you. Supplement number 4 that I'd recommend to a beginner. I'm willing to bet you've heard of this one, fish oil. Fish oil is honestly one of those underrated long-term plays. It helps reduce inflammation, supports your joints, and there's even benefits for heart and brain health. Kind of makes you think, why aren't you taking it already, right? Look for a product with high EPA and DHA in it, and preferably enteric coated to avoid that fishy aftertaste and the nasty fish burps. I've been using UXOs for a couple years now as well. The lemon aftertaste is actually quite pleasant, and it covers that EPA and DHA dosage as well. It's not flashy, but it's foundational. Supplement number 5 that I recommend to a beginner, greens powder. Quite obvious, but most people don't get enough fruits and veggies in their diet. And even if they are, the soil that we use is not as nutrient rich as it used to be. So getting all the extra help you can with that helps. Again, it's just filling the gaps in your nutrition. Remember, because you have the big boxes checked, sleeping well, eating well, and training well, we need to be focusing on the little boxes now. Again, just find one that's high quality and tested, fully transparent label, and good tasting. Not all greens powders taste good. I personally start my day every day with a greens powder, and I've really enjoyed how I feel and how it starts my day with intention. It's not a magic drink, and does not give you the excuse to just not eat fruits and veggies, but it can help you feel better, support your gut, and cover those micronutrient needs. And an honorable mention for the supplements I'd recommend to a beginner, EAAs, essential amino acids. You probably heard of BCAAs, that's leucine, isoleucine, and valine. But studies show that consuming EAAs is way more beneficial than just BCAAs on their own. Usually these are marketed to drink during your workout. I personally say if you're taking an EAA product, as long as you're taking it every day, you're gonna be fine. I usually like drinking either water or a carbohydrate source during my workouts, so I find myself drinking EAAs usually in the evening sometime. Usually I'll pair it with my stretching and recovery exercises at night, but again, just find what works for you, and as long as you're taking it consistently, you'll be fine. But here's the deal. If you're eating enough quality protein and your protein shakes on top of that in your day, you're already getting all the amino acids that you need to recover and build muscle. That said, EAAs can be beneficial if you're training fasted, struggling to hit protein, or eating a mostly plant-based diet. So in my eyes, this is optional, not a must-have. So to recap, creatine, protein, multivitamin, fish oil, and greens. That's your starting 5. Keep it simple, Stay consistent, and don't let the supplement hype distract you from the basics. If you nail these, you're already ahead of the game. Let me know in the comments below, what was the first supplement you ever tried? Or if you want a breakdown of pre-workouts or more advanced stacks that I use, drop that below too. Hit that like button, and subscribe for more fitness content. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless.